corner building down there, the two-story brick building, that was your original appliance store?
That was where we were.
Really? And you say there's a ballroom upstairs there?
See that upstairs?
Yeah.
Now wait a minute, I'll show you the doorway. It's got a great big stairway.
Well, it's not your building now, is it?
I started working up there on TVs, repairing TVs and radios.
Oh, really? That's where it started for you?
Look at this little entrance. See that little entrance says Red Man's Hall. When you go upstairs, the whole front is a stage and like a big ballroom.
Really?
Of course, it's all in disrepair now.
And that's where it started for you?
That's where we started. It doesn't look like our building now.
We got
We'll probably eat lunch here. This
Okay.
is a new place. They restored an old building like you like.
I like it. I love it.
Brick inside.
It's just peachy. Just peachy cafe. This is a...
See, this street's done.
I can see the sidewalks are all brand new. I gotta tip my hat to the leaders of Shelbyville, Indiana, whoever made this happen, but they're investing in their town, and it's neat.
Well, they just went ahead and did it because everybody bitched, you know.
Well, I'm glad they did
You can
it.
see
They're
this
doing
part
it.
is done. How
Yeah.
it's going to look.
And I know this is the new circle that's being...
It's been a lot of different things in its lifetime.
This is going to be beautiful when they're
This
done
will be
down here,
cool.
this
You won't
this
be able
area.
to drive around here anymore.
That's okay.
You'll drive through the middle. Now that building there had a ballroom up there, opera.
Ballroom up there, Opera House.
Opera House.
Oh, that beautiful building, 1800s.
They fixed that one.
Do you remember ever going up there to?
No,
Well,
Dad did. He told me all about that opera house.
oh, okay. You're talking vaudeville days.
Vaudeville,
Yeah.
These are all cool.
The beautiful buildings.
There's a little restaurant I wanted to take you in there, a little bookstore, but they're not eating today, I hear. They
No?
can't go in.
Oh, doggone it.
They're redoing this for a hotel, this corner right here.
Hotel? Sweet. I can't wait to see this circle when it's done.
Cannot tell. Now look in that corner,
Mm-hmm.
right up in there. See, that is the Knights of Pythias.
Knights of
You
Pythias.
see the Cancer Association sign?
Somewhere.
On
Yes,
right
down
above.
there. Yep, yep.
Right up above it.
Is the
It
Knights
looks
of...
like a little tiny thing, doesn't it?
Yes.
You go in that door right there, that little door in that corner,
Mhm.
and there's a stairway as big as that door, that whole building that goes up, and it's probably the biggest building in town, but all you see is that little area right there.
Yeah, you wouldn't know it looking from this angle.
No, we'll go around back and you can see it back. And right there ahead of us was the B&B drugstore. You go in there and get a soda, and it was a drugstore. It was
Mhm. Has it been a good life for you here in Shelbyville?
Oh, it's been nice. Yeah, good town.
Yeah.
Well, we got a new Greek's Pizza just opened up right there. Fixed that up, so that's nice. This is still the building I just told you about on the surface.
This is the back end of that building.
And up in there is a ballroom on the top of this, but it goes the whole length of that block. It's an enormous building. But the city has just purchased this lot right here. Supposedly, if the guy restores that to a hotel, now you
Oh,
can see
that
the
is
back of it. See how
huge.
big it is?
That'd be a big ballroom up there.
Oh, it's enormous.
My goodness.
Chandeliers and the whole bit.
Oh,
Gorgeous.
I'd love to see it. They're doing a lot with Shelbyville, Indiana. That's an old house right there.
It's one of the oldest. A friend of mine's a lawyer. He owns that. He's owned that for years.
That's pretty.
But it's a neat old.
That's 1800s there, for sure.
Cool.
That's the church you belong to?
Right.
That is beautiful.
But we, rather than build a new one, which we were going to do, we spent the money on it.
That's
Put in
a
all new stained
$2
glass.
million
$2
renovation?
million.
Wow, I believe it.
See, this road's
is
done.
beautiful.
This is roads down here.
Yep. They're definitely making the effort, and they're getting there.
They're getting there. These are all new. And then we redone all this, and then the city helped us down in here getting rid of old houses and getting us some parking. And that Hamilton building you asked me about, see, we got some big homes back in here.
I looked at on the internet. It said the John Hamilton House was
That's
on the
it.
National Register of Historic Places. Is that it?
That's it.
That's-
The guy lives in it now, has redone it. He's added this back room and that garage. He's made it look really cool. Yeah, that's probably the biggest.
One of the biggest, anyway.
See a little balcony? One of the presidents, they've got pictures of him standing on that little...
Really? Up where that guy's working?
Yeah.
Wonder which. These are beautiful old
They're
homes.
beautiful homes.
They are. Shelbyville's got some serious character.
But I think they ought to do something with this area. Put little plaques out who owned them and a little history about these homes.
It would be interesting to know.
Instead of just driving by them.
Yeah, it would be interesting to know who lived in these homes. But they are well preserved and beautiful. I like that part. That's a neat house.
I love this little house right here.
That's cool.
This is probably the oldest house around right here.
That's all wood-sided, too.
He's trying to keep that up. It's ancient.
Is the home that you grew up in still standing?
Yeah, but I told my wife I ought to buy that one of these days and fix it. She said,
Where is it? Can I see it?
You won't live along there and fix that house.
How? Is it close by?
Oh, yeah.
Can I just at least see it?
Yeah, they're all.
I want to see the home.
Close by.
I want to. Yeah, that's small town America. I want to see the home, Larry, that you grew up in.
Yep, Dad bought that home, and that's where I was born.
Yeah, that's a beautiful row there.
Yeah.
Whoo, my goodness.
Nice homes.
Holy Toledo.
3. See, I'm working on them.
What's the story?
Look at this little one. A friend of mine owns it.
Ooh.
I love that Spanish.
Man, that is beautiful. All stone. Have you ever been in that house?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's beautiful.
He owns the Strand, or he runs the Strand Theater.
Oh, he does?
Yeah. Look at that one.
Yeah.
That was last I knew, it was a funeral home. Now the guys bought it and redoing it.
Ooh.
That's a cool home.
Ghost tour there.
Those are ones you'd like to know who owned them, who built them.
Sure.
Something
Wait a
like
minute. Where am I looking?
The big one with the tower.
That's the original high school?
That's the high school. It's still there.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Isn't it?
What is it now? Okay.
Community Foundation.
Yep,
There
I
we go.
gotcha.
And some
And your
offices.
dad, Chester,
to that
did go to
school.
school there?
When I was in school, we got our books there. It was our bookstore.
Wow, the original
Remember
high
I used
school.
to get books.
That's a beautiful building.
But they restored it, and the little offices in there, little wood floors and little offices. Cool.
That's
But
really
that's the
neat.
high school we went to.
That's beautiful.
I think it's really neat.
I do too. I'm glad it's preserved.
Well,
Like they
yeah.
didn't just let it crumble.
It's pretty good size,
It
actually.
is. It says high school on the side,
yeah.
but I could just, what a neat place to go to high school back in the day. Oh my
There's
gosh.
our library. They've added on to the library.
Carnegie Library.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They've added a lot to that library from a little.
Shelbyville's got it going on here.
And we got a big fountain here in the summer and a little
Yeah.
place to have. And then they bought this for their genealogy area. So this still is the
Carnegie
library.
East Wing, genealogy.
And here's where my mother and dad went to church. It's the Baptist church right here.
That's where your mom and dad went to church?
And I went a lot then with them, of course, before I got married and changed churches.
Now, is your wife still alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got the second one now.
Oh, second
The
one.
boys. So I married a gal from New Jersey.
Oh, really? You went for a Jersey gal.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I've
How'd
been
that work out for you, Larry?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good deal. Good for
Yeah,
you.
I've been married a long time now.
Really, how long to the second one?
24.
24?
That's right. Go put that down.
Okay, we might have to. We can edit like
can
crazy.
edit things,
No, yeah, I don't want to. I didn't come out to get you in trouble, especially if you're like off by 10 years or something.
Yeah, that's true. It's in the 20s.
Okay, it's in the 20s. I think we got it close enough.
United Fund, and that's original. Oh, who lived there? That's got a big history, that house.
Beautiful.
Walked,
This is your street that you grew up on?
grew up, and there's my first place, that little stucco right there.
Right here?
Right there.
That's where you lived as a boy?
Yep.
Huh.
Then I bought it back, and Burke was born there.
Do you have some great memories of growing up
Oh,
there?
yeah, it was a great house. All these people here are all gone. They all had nice homes here. It was a nice area.
But this is your old hood. This is your
Yeah,
street.
I walked down through here.
Imagine the time you spent on these
And then
sidewalks.
I walked to school, which was right around the corner down here.
Are any of your old childhood friends still alive?
There's one guy that lives out with me now that was in this school I'm going to show you over here originally.
But he's
He and I have
he's
gone all the way through.
and he's still your friend?
Yep, still there.
Like how far back do you guys go?
Softball right there in that little.
Softball right there.
Right there.
There ain't much there to
Oh,
play.
that was a big. I thought that was a big lot.
Well, when you're a kid, everything
Little
seems
kid.
big.
There was a grocery right here.
Really?
We always went over to this little grocery.
So how far back do you go with this friend? Like,
all the way to the school. I mean, I met him at the school.
and you guys have remained lifelong friends.
First grade, second grade.
Wow,
yeah.
that's interesting. And you guys still talk? And
Oh yeah, I see him all the time.
That's
He's
great.
He's good health.
that's awesome. You look to be in really good health.
Yeah, I feel pretty good.
Do you feel good? I'm glad to hear that. You look really good.
Yeah.
You look youthful.
Now this was my old school, but they tore it down and built this old age.
But that's where it was, huh?
It was right here. Where everybody down here.
Old age folks go there?
All the old
Well, that's
age-
not us yet.
That's
You
not
just keep
us.
right on driving,
Just
mister.
keep right on going. But that was my school, and they had a big statue out in front, which they've now moved to the circle.
That was the appliance
That was
building.
the appliance building, so I didn't take me
That's-
long to get to work.
That's, yeah, the commute is very affordable and convenient.
It was convenient. So I haven't moved too far, as you can tell.
That's okay. You picked a great place to live out your days, and I see Shelbyville getting better. All the renovation,
Well,
they're investing in the
seems-
town. When they get that square, that circle all spiffed up with all that greenery, it's going to be beautiful down there.
Some of those places that you had, I'm not sure, was it Boonville or one?
Boonville, yeah.
Which
I
one
went to
had the
Boonville.
beautiful little all redone town?
Boonville.
Golly,
Boonville. Well, I tell you what, this is what's going on across small town America right now. People are starting to, they're definitely getting it that they're reinvesting in their towns. And it's,
You're seeing it, of course, more than I am. I'm not getting out.
I'm getting out and I love it.
But that Boonville, I would never go there for any reason, but I might now. After
One of your favorite memories from childhood. Do you have anything that jumps out at you? So much, I'm sure.
Oh my gosh, I don't
Yeah, those are hard questions.
Just the kids that we
The kids that you played ball with.
every day. Every day you're out shooting baskets.
Yeah, you weren't on the internet at home on a computer,
no,
were you?
no.
You were out playing, out doing stuff.
I mean, we had to be back by 5 o'clock, right? Nobody worried where we went. We just played around the block.
Yeah, your parents didn't have to helicopter around you.
No,
They just turned you loose
If we weren't back at 5, they'd probably get a little hostile. But
back before the street lights come on.
here's the Strand you were
Yep.
staying at.
Since
They kinda-
1916.
They kind of did this street, it's kind of done.
Yeah, it's nice. That's the courthouse.
It's the courthouse. Used to be on the circle when it burned years and years.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a nice building, right? Masonic
That is nice.
building.
Masonic.
I want you to look at this house right straight ahead of us.
House straight ahead.
That's a funeral home now.
Yeah.
I think it's spectacular, though.
It's a beautiful building. I can see it coming.
Behind it was all farmland, they tell me originally. The guy
Not
that owned the
anymore.
farm, that was his home and the farm.
Wow.
He's a good friend of ours. He's got a lot of old stuff in there too. You can look at all that, a lot of artifacts he's found. But it's a spectacular.
It's a funeral home now.
Yeah.
It is
Isn't
spectacular.
that something though?
It's beautiful. Wow. And this was, it looks all brick too. It was an old farmer's house. And
Oh, yeah.
back here was the farmer field that went for miles and miles and miles.
This on here.
Yeah,
The front's pretty much, I think, the same.
I'll bet. The stories that old home could tell.
When you're up here, I look at this thing. You can look all the way downtown.
What a great view this guy had back in the day.
Didn't he though?
Wow, it is beautiful. My goodness.
So that
So,
would be something I thought you might miss. So I thought I'd show you that while we're here.
that building?
Yeah. It's a cute little corner.
Yeah, what is it?
Cute little corner building.
Buck's Plumbing and Supply.
Buck's Plumbing now. But if you look on the internet, I didn't really realize that. We were looking at things to show you yesterday on the internet.
Yeah?
I know the guy Van Way owned it, 1905, I think. He either built it or was in it. He was a inventor. And they say the first television, the prototype for RCA, was built in that little building.
Really?
He was an inventor, and he invented that, not the TV itself, but apparently he was
The design of it.
the design of it, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
I know
Well,
he was
that's
a-
an interesting historical tidbit.
Well, yeah, and he made a lot of things. I mean, that's just but that little building was like a little machine shop or a little place where you went to,
And the first design of the RCA television
Yeah.
was born there.
right there.
That's cool. That's where you went to high school?
That's where I went to high school.
Now it's the old Shelby High Apartments.
And the junior high was kind of hooked back here.
Back there. But that's your old high
That's
school.
my high school. When I left here,
That's an old building too.
within the next 2 or 3 years, we built a new high school after I left here.
What year did you graduate from high school?
56.
56.
Anyway, that team that we won the state, we beat a couple of NBA players were on the other team, so we really won it. This is where I grew up going to basketball games right here.
The old gymnasium?
And it is spectacular inside.
Really? Is it still a gymnasium?
Yeah.
Like a basketball court?
Well, the Parks Department owns it. Let's see if we can get in.
Yeah, it's open. You have to look at it. So this is the old gymnasium when you were in school? The old ticket booth for the old gymnasium. And this is it back here?
Yeah,
This is...
You can't see it.
That's okay, I can see it a little bit. I can see it.
It goes that way.
Oh yeah, it goes
Look
way
at the floor.
back.
Look at the floor.
Oh, it's beautiful.
This is where they all played. And they went to Indianapolis to Hinkle Fieldhouse and won the state.
This is beautiful.
Out here.
But you have some great memories here.
Oh, this is great. All the old locker rooms were up in there.
Yeah, but the memories you have. How many times have you walked through that door?
Oh my gosh.
Gosh, how neat.
Luckily, they restored it and kept it all for the Parks Department. Civic Center.
What do they do with the court now? Anything?
Well, you can play in there.
Yeah.
They've had charity games,
Yeah.
down here.
So your old high school gymnasium
It's still here.
is now the Shelbyville Parks and Recreation.
Yeah.
I'm glad they preserved it. I'm all about preservation.
Oh,
That's very cool. So that's the home your mother grew up in?
right.
Wow.
They've restored it. It looks
It's a nice home.
I was in it about a year ago. The gal invited me to come and see it.
Talked a lot about your dad. What about your mom? What do you remember most about your mother?
Living here and her aunt is 96 or 7, still driving.
Her aunt's still alive?
My aunt.
Your aunt, her sister.
Her sister, excuse me.
Wow, yeah.
But they lived here, and I was in her wedding as a little kid.
Wow.
Her husband was in the service, World War II, and I wore a little army outfit at her wedding.
Wow.
And I got a picture right here, me coming up down these steps
Oh, that's neat.
back when I was
Wait.
about 5, 6 years
Oh,
old.
was your mom strict?
Pretty strict. Yeah,
Pretty
she was more
strict?
strict than Dad was.
Oh, really? That's often how it goes. Mom didn't put up with any bull crap.
No, she didn't put up with anything.
Well, you need that. Someone needed to be that person.
That time, my good friend lived right there. I had a good friend lived right there in that house. So I could come over here and have friends over here.
Mm-hmm. Larry, I'd say you've had a good life, a great
It's
life.
been great, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, more like great.
That's a cool house right here in the corner here, too.
It's pretty. Old, but beautiful.
So we all laughed back and forth. I said I had the girls that were boys, and you had the boys that did it all.
I'm doing the same thing again.
Yeah, we just did all that.
Be sure to do that.
Where are we heading? The Just Peachy Cafe?
Yeah.
Cool. Ooh, I like it already. Original hardwood floors. Sweet. I'm in.
You're in.
I'm in. Very nice. Very nice.
So anyway,
Ron Browning. I don't know who's met who.
How are you, Ron?
I'm fine.
I'm Don. Nice to
how
meet
are
you.
you?
Brent, nice to finally
Nice to-
meet you. You
yeah.
are the general manager
yeah,
of the Sandman dealership,
Yeah.
yet?
I met you when you came in and you
I
said, "Are you
hollered-
Burke?" And I said, "No, not yet."
I had just one question for you, though. I was just wondering that through going back over the last 9 months, the coronavirus, is business up, down, sideways? Where you at?
It's been up, moving up since May,
Really?
but March and April,
Those were tough months.
tough months,
Yeah.
real tough.
But it got going again.
It got going again.
Cheese soup.
Yeah.
It got going again.
Tomato biscuits,
You know, we've had to change. We've had to
Reuben sandwich.
change with the times. And
Yeah.
How we meet and greet, how we go to people's houses, how we pick up cars. sanitize them all, but
Actually,
you
yeah.
know, so far, most of my customers and all my employees have been well.
But you're selling cars.
Oh, we're selling cars.
Good for you.
Yeah.
I am really glad to hear that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Never worked harder in my life, but
But there's a lot of people that wish they were working hard right now.
yeah.
That
Yeah, we were pretty fortunate. We didn't lay anyone off.
nobody at all.
Not one. We didn't cut anyone's
That's great.
hours. We didn't cut anyone's
That's
pay.
fantastic.
We didn't do anything. So
That's great.
I think 20 years from now, I can hang my hat on that, knowing that, my employees, we stuck with them, they stuck with us. So.
That's part of the Sandman success.
Yeah.
This is really a beautiful restaurant.
Yeah, it is.
This
This
is
a neat
really
place.
nice. Just Peachy Cafe.
Yep.
I love it when they expose the brick like that. That's so cool. Hey, Larry, I wanted to ask you earlier, when's the last time you sold a car?
It's been a while.
Been a while? Okay.
I was going to lie to you, but they'd tell you, didn't they?
You haven't lost the art of the deal, though, have you?
Well, I hope not.
I believe if you really wanted to, in about 10 minutes, I'd be signing for a car if you really laid it on thick.
I could probably do that.
Yeah.
Still can do it. Still. I can't play basketball anymore.
That's okay.
That was the last time I was.
Last time I got it was here.